Alright, guys, so this is Perry again. This is Perry with another news update about. I know it's been, I'm gonna say a year, but I don't believe I did a video on Halloween ends and a movie. Movie just in general. A video in general about the whole Halloween process. So I basically wanted to just drop this knowledge. So I'm gonna just start from the beginning. So for one, I'm gonna just say like first movie, the documentary. I watched it. Grew up on Halloween. My uncle, shout out to Uncle China. He made me watch the movie, so that's what got me into like the whole Halloween horror, being a horror fanatic. Halloween being my favorite Intel uh, horror movie slasher in general. But anyway, the first movie basically got me. They were saying that people did not expect it to be that much. And actually, when you look it up on Google or Wikipedia, whatever search engine you have, they're saying that the slasher horror movie Halloween is the most slasher horror movie ever made in history, which I can agree with because it's fucking genius. It's to the point, to the T. So, with that being said, the documentary I found out how much like watching that a few years back and other documentaries, I found that the directors, the producers, the executive producers did not expect it to even do that well, and it did. It banged. It's like the most money made slasher horror movie of time, all time, guys. And that's what happened with the first one. So of course, I'm gonna say, uh, 2 years later, a year later, I believe they made Halloween 2, where in the remake of like different movies I've noticed, they're bringing back the same story of originality to different horror movies, horror slashers, which is fucking genius. Because why would you try and start a horror? That's a whole more. That's a lot more work in turn to go through the different process of horror, and you gotta make all new cast, all new ideas, all new features, all new cameos, all different things, the horror just genre in general. So why not just stick with their origin, which is what, in my opinion, should be the horror um, universe in general. They should just stick to the original because trying to make these new different ideas of originality and making it their own, turning something into what the story was, not making sense of it at all, doesn't make sense. So why not stick to the originality of the movie, of horror slash of horror in just general, and just with any movie, honestly. But back to horror. Second movie, genius. I like the fact that they led it on. I'm not gonna say a prequel, but they're leading me on to Laurie Strode going to the hospital, being checked in the emergency room, had a horrible night, stabbed, slashed, chased around the house, terrified, kids being chased by the killer Michael Myers. Like the whole thing in general is just a genius genre of horror, in my opinion, and it's just awesome. Third movie, I don't know, I don't know what the fuck they were doing at that point. It was so good with one and two. Season of the Witch, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why would you go off scale like that and turn this into a like what happened to originality? They turned it into like Season of the Witch, and like to be honest, watching the whole movie, I'm like, what the fuck is even going on with this movie, with this horror like movie? Like this isn't even Halloween. This is just a completely different genre of the idea made up in the movie horror slash. So fourth one, genius. I like the fact that they turned. I want to say Daniel Harris, amazing actress, took on the name Scream Queen to uh, a whole new era. Like she owned the name Scream Queen. Um, all movies with her, honestly, playing Jamie. Like, and I like the fact that they made that like key into Jamie Lee Curtis. So like in a way, Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't in the movies, but she was. So they in turn kept like a cameo of her, giving um, I believe Jamie being the niece of Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, giving her her actual name and all its originality of real life, and leading it into keeping her into this horror slasher era and like genre of like movies coming out, and then the fact that that Rob Zombie brought her back, Daniel Harris, and like made her into like a whole different character. That's fucking genius, bro. Like, why not do that? That's in a way, it's giving a new idea to the horror, but it's also like keeping. I'm gonna say keeping the character and all its originality to the horror slasher, and that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. That's how it should. Like I said, Rob Zombie, the horror Rob Zombie. The second movie, honestly, uh, I didn't really understand it. I understood it, but I didn't understand it because they went completely off scale. They turned it into something like more mental fixated rather than more horror slasher fixated. I don't know what Rob Zombie was trying to accomplish with that. It was awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love Rob Zombie, big fan. Um, Shout out to Rob Zombie. But going off scale to a mental state of mind, I'm not sure if that was a good approach. But like I said, I'm not a director. I'm not. I've never directed a movie a day in my life. Probably never will. But in my opinion, that just wasn't the way to go. But shout out to Rob Zombie. He must have done good because I haven't heard anybody say it done bad. So it must be pretty good. Then back to Halloween. Um, the horror Halloween slasher movie, which is my favorite. Like, there's so many things I want to say about this, but it's like the 2018 version, bringing back Laurie Strode and all her originality. With H2O, I mean, bringing her back 40 years later, 2 decades. I get it, you're keeping it at originality, but I'm not sure. Even though they said 2018 movie horror slasher Halloween made the most of their premiering like box office gross of all time, they made the most off of that movie. I'm not sure bringing her back and then automatically just ending it with just her and like Michael in Halloween Ends was such a good idea. But I mean, like I said, she's a great actress. She can move on to other things. Some Eventually the killer's got to die. The slasher got to die eventually. Now I don't know if they're doing that to like tell us something that they're gonna lead on to another saga of different horror, or they're gonna start a whole new trilogy, or they're gonna start a whole new franchise with Halloween, bring back different characters, make it even a show. I pray to God they would not do that because oh my God, they did that for I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I don't know why they did that. Like, I was so pissed. But anyway, um, yeah, that could be what they're trying to do. And then Halloween Kills, I felt like that movie was just all over the place in all its entirety. Like it was just, oh, they're trying to find Michael, and oh, this guy they thought was Michael, it wasn't even Michael, and then like they finally get him, and like they supposedly killed him, and didn't kill him, and then like oh, he killed off the daughter. Like what the fuck? That's not even like a sequence in order. You're just all over the place with this movie. It was great. I love Halloween. So any movie I watch with Halloween, Michael Myers, I'm a big Michael Myers fan. It's great to me, but I was just like confused throughout the whole movie. And then when they finally got to the part where killing off the daughter, I'm like, who the fuck thought of that idea? Like, I mean, what was the point? Because I mean, Halloween Ends, the new movie is like, oh, Laurie Strode's been mourn about her daughter dying, like Marvel killing her off, and the granddaughter's like doing her life around her mom and her dad, because his dad got killed too. And like, by the way, he had the most idiotic death of all in the first movie. But anyway, like the movies I've noticed with horror slasher genre, nobody is really keeping the originality. They're making new ideas and turning them into something that's not even um, can even be thought of or fathomed in a sense of like different things that you can even think of. Like it's nothing's making sense. It's not a sequence of making sense to me. Everything's just all over the place. People are trying to like make like they're trying to be the James Wan, like the new James Wan. Like James Wan is one of the most like underrated screenwriter, producers, directors in the game today. This dude's amazing. Like honestly, I would rather they would like had him been directed. I get it, Deborah Hill, John Carpenter. Like it's your shit. You put your name on it. You direct it. You want to make something out of it. Like go out with a bang. I get it, but I mean, maybe the next movies that you make will be um, more sequenced and more like far fitting to like keep the Halloween originated fans originated or like original like mindset stayed on originality because it just looked like y'all were just throwing a bunch of ideas in there and like it didn't make sense. So you know, but you did keep it kind of original. Now with the second movie, Halloween Kills, like I thought you were gonna do like honestly like the first movie, I thought it was gonna be literally like the very first Halloween back in 1978, and then like you were gonna keep it like second movie. Oh, she goes to the hospital, like you know what I'm saying, same thing with Stroke, but like the Rob Zombie versions, like, but you didn't even do that, so it was kind of like it just really threw me off. I was like, I don't know, but like I said, to each his own. I'm not a screenwriter. I'm not a director. I'm not a producer. I don't know how it is. But hopefully, in the future reference of movies, like upcoming movies, 2038, 2040, 2045, 2050, whatever year you may consider or think about or may even come out with a new Halloween movie with Michael Myers or a show, I hope not. But if you do, I hope you keep it original because everything was just not original. And then the last thing I want to add on Halloween Ends movie slasher, like, who the fuck is this guy, like, that's murdering people and, like, you made it a mental state, like a mental thing with that too, kind of like Rob Zombie. Like, I don't even know who this guy was, killing people, like, he thinks he's Michael, like, who the fuck are you, man? I don't even know who you are, dude. Where'd you even come from? I get you killed somebody and like the town threw you away like a piece of trash. And I guess it was y'all trying to make it like a coming back with a vengeance, plotting his revenge type. Like Michael and him are connected or something, but I don't know. You then that was another thing you made it possession. Like you didn't make it slash or horror, you made it like Conjuring series. Like you made it a possession thing. Like this dude's possessed by Michael. And Michael's possessing him to kill these people and do all these different things. Fight Laurie and like he's a ghost. Like he's I get it, but I mean in the original Michael, movie they always wanted Michael Myers to be a phantom in a sense because he's so quick and he vanishes in a mist of time and like 1 minute he's running after this chick, this babysitter, and to kill her, and then like, oh, he turns the corner, he's right there. Like, man, where the fuck did he come from? I get that. That's Phantom. That's like a Phantom, but with this possession, like, I was just like, I already want to kind of do it too much. Like, honestly, the last movie I'm in, it wasn't good to me because of that reason. Like, honestly, the big thing for me was you guys made it more of a Conjuring possession, like Ed and Lorraine Warren thing. Like think that's what killed your ticket sales and your gross income toward the movie. Um, I mean, granted, like I get it, like box office movies. Now everything goes to streaming service, not just in box office um, premieres. Like it's more streaming nowadays, but and so that brings in a little bit less income because why would you go to the movie theaters when you can just stream it on your streaming service at home? But I get it. I mean, but I think that played a key part in the fact that Halloween Ends, the last movie, didn't make that much money. See, the first one, the 2018 version, Halloween horror slasher, like I think that made the most money because me included, horror slasher Halloween Mike Myers fans were looking forward to that years and years and years and years and years down the line. So to just kill that movie, make a middle movie doesn't really pertain to the story and all its originality, and then come with Halloween Ends and make it possession, like that was just not a good idea, guys. John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, I don't know what that was about. Even Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know if you were shading him to do that. I get it, but that wasn't the way to go, guys. You should have kept it in all this originality. Like I said, I'm not a screenwriter, I'm not a producer, I don't know how it is in the movie industry. So, but my opinion, future reference, um, just don't do that, guys. Just keep it original. Like, if you're gonna come out with a sleepaway camp new movie, um, keep it original. If you're gonna come out with, I heard Jordan Peele is coming out with a new People Under the Stairs. Keep it original. Don't make it John James Wan possession thing. Um, don't make it about being possessed, like infestation, man. Like all these different things in Conjuring saga series. Don't make our original horror slasher. Um, just don't make it into something pertaining to a different genre of horror. Keep it its own original. Like, and I feel like it would make way more money. And that's like the main thing for me that like that I feel like Halloween Ends just didn't hit like everybody was expecting. Because you didn't keep it original, you made it possession. So don't do it. Um, Shout out to Jordan Peele for that too. Cause see, I think that's another thing, and I'm getting off track. What we're supposed to be talking about. Halloween, but I'm just getting fed up just thinking about it. Jordan Peele's Candyman. Oh my god! Like it was a few things, ideas he tweaked with me growing up watching the old school like original Candyman. But again, it made so much money. It did so great because again, he kept it original. He kept the horror genre, all of it in its own originality. And that's what it needs to be with horror films nowadays. Keep everything original. If you're James Wan and you go for possession, keep your own originality. You Deborah Hill, Charlton Carpenter with Halloween, keep it originality. Keep it in its own originality. If you're Jordan Peele and you're doing movies, uh, no, uh, uh, what was the movie I just said? Candyman. Get Out. Keep it in on its own originality. Don't turn your genre into somebody else's genre. Just keep it your own. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I want to say about the matter of Halloween. Halloween Ends movie, the Halloween genre. I hope you guys like and subscribe to my video, and I will be making another video not probably soon. But I'm busy. Probably make another one in a few months, maybe. I don't know. Just stay tuned, guys. But that's my take. All right, guys.